Hello and welcome back. Today we must know how to measure the superstructure plan. Before me, here is the question. The diagram below shows a plan and a section of a dwelling not to scale. These are the specifications. Masonry. It is in stock bricks, built in stretcher bond in 1:3 cement mortar. Externally is the facings. Concrete, it is 15 MPa concrete. Carpentry and joinery, it's 19 by 100 millimeter Mirand timber skirting and 20 millimeter quadra. 3 millimeter rhino board ceiling with a H section cover strip. 38 by 38 millimeter timber renderings. 75 millimeter rhino cornice. Floor coverings. Vinyl floor tiles. DPC 370 micron. That is the DPC. Plastering 20 millimeter thick cement plaster, 30 millimeter thick floor screed. Painting 2 coats PVA quality paint, 2 coats clear varnish on skirtings. Now 1.1, take off the superstructure from the underside of the surface bed up to the underside of the timber wall blade. 1.2, square, abstract and peel only the painting. So let us do 1.1. Before we go to 1.1, let us be clear about our plan. Here is the plan and here is the cross section of our plan. The length is 5 meter 230 and the width is 3 meter 560. The height of the wall is 2 meter 450 and the thickness of the surface bed, it is 75 millimeters. Okay. Now let us start our work. Superstructure, there it is. We start with the collections. A, we start with the checklist. Under the checklist, a subheading, we will list according to the bullets. We've got the DPC, the surface bed, the wall excluding finishing, exterior wall finishing, interior wall finishing, floor finishing, skirting, and the ceiling. B, we've got the waste calculations. On waste calculations, we start with number 1, we calculate the center line. 2 by 2 meter 530 is equal to 10 meter 462 by 3 meter 560 is equal to 7 meter 120. When you add the 2, you get 17 meter 580 meters. Right. From 17 meter 580, you less 4 by 220, of which they give you 880. So 17.580 minus 0.880, it gives us 16.700. That is 16 meters 700. Now let us calculate the length and width of the DPC. The length of the wall, it is 5 meter 230. When you less 2 by 220, you from 5 meter 230 you get 4 meter 790. The width is 3 meter 560. When you less 2 by 220, it gives you 3 meter 120. So the height of the wall, we have been told that it's 2 meter 450, but the surface bed is 75 millimeters, which means there is another course that is at the level of the surface bed that has not been counted on this 2 meter 450. So we have to add that course, which is 75 millimeters. So 2 meter 450 plus 75 millimeters, it gives us 2 meter 525 meters. 525 meters, yes, 2.525 meters. The height of the wall paint. Our wall is 2 meter 450 and we less the height of the skirting, which is 100, and it gives us 2 meter 350. Okay, now let us begin. The first bullet is about the TPC. 370 micron thick TPC membrane under the surface bed. We have already calculated. It's 4 meter. It's 4 meter 790. The length and the width is 3 meter 120. It is in square meters. You close the bracket. Open another bracket with the bullet. 15 MPa concrete for surface bed. It's 4 meter 790. The length, the width is 3 meter 120, and the depth is 0.08. Put your underline and close the bracket. Open another bracket. 370 micron thick TPC under the brick wall. Here is your center line, 16 meter 700 by 0.22. And close the bracket. Open another bracket and put the bullet. 1.5 brick wall in stock bricks in stretcher bond in 1:3 cement mortar. Your center line is 16 meter 700. 16 meter 700, and the height is 2 meter 530. And close the bracket. Open another bracket for the facings. Put the bullet. Extra over ordinary brickwork for external facings. As we know that when we are dealing with the facings, we use only the perimeter, not the center line. So our perimeter is 17 meter 580, and our height is 2 meter 530. And underline. Close your bracket and open another bracket for the internal cement plaster. 20 millimeter thick internal cement plaster in 1:3 cement mortar. We've got 4 meter 790 by 2 meter 450 by 2, and we've got 3 meter 120. In fact, this one is the length. There are two sides that are 4 meter 790. That's the length, and there are two sides that are 3 meter 120, which is the breadth, and their height is 2 meter 450 by 2, as we have said. And close your bracket. Open another bracket. 2 coarse quality PVA paint on plastered wall. 4 meter 790, 2 meter 350 by 2, 3 meter 120 by 2 meter 350 by 2. We have already calculated the height of the paint on the wall there on our waste calculations. So that is why we just take the number and put it there and just take off. Now we are just taking off and close that bracket. Okay. 30 millimeter thick cement screed in 1:3 cement mortar and vinyl floor tiles on top of the screed. Right. It's 4 meter 790 by 3 meter 120. And close the bracket. Open another bracket. 19 by 100 millimeter meranded timber skirting with a 20 millimeter quadrant and 2-coat clear varnish on skirting. 4.79 by 2, and put your underline because now you are measuring it in length, and 3.120 by 2, and close your bracket. Open another bracket. 3 millimeter thick rhino board ceiling plugged on 38 by 38 millimeter timber brandings with a H section cover strip and 2-coat quality PVA paint. That's 4 meter 790 by 3 meter 120. Close the bracket. Open another bracket. 75 millimeter rhino cornice and 2-coat quality PVA paint. 4 meter 790 by 2, 3 meter 120 by 2, and close the bracket. That is the end of our measurements. Thank you.